Hello, YouTube. I'm Elwirfy, and today we're talking about something kind of more in my niche, my domain, which I'm actually kind of happy I get the opportunity to talk about this because I think I have a pretty relaxed stance on the whole issue, but I figured, heck, may as well put my 2 cents in just because it seems to be something worth talking about. It's Smurfing. Smurfing in games like StarCraft 2, where it's a very competitive scene and where your rank really, really matters, but it doesn't at all. Because a lot of people in StarCraft 2 seem to think that their rank is something that indicates how good of a player they are, when that's not true. It's your MMR. Your MMR is the reason why you're paired against the people you're paired with, for the most part. Your league or your rank is essentially just what general skill bracket you're supposed to be in. Like, for example, I'm a gold player, and typically I should be fighting against other gold players. However, based on my MMR, I'll get paired with silvers, I'll get paired with, heck, I've even had a bronze once before, I'll get masters, diamond, platinum, pretty common one for me, I get platinum a lot, and to me, I think of my opponents more so as my skill level at the time rather than, my actual rank. Because StarCraft is for an old game, has a pretty good player base, roughly about 130,000 people playing at any given time. Granted, that's not all competitive, but still, I think even competitive, it's still at least like 58,000. There's plenty of players. My point is, there's plenty of players. So if I'm not getting paired with gold, that's fine. That means I'm getting paired with people who maybe they're silver and they're doing really good really quickly, so they're getting paired with me, and it's my job to kind of stop them, keep them down, or maybe it's platinum. I'm like, ooh, this might be a good match to get me a lot of MMR to help me rank up faster. You never know, right? So when people like uThermal go out of their way to make new accounts and smurf on people, it's not really, to me, the same impact because it's pretty easy for him to get out of whatever rank he starts in. Now, he has admitted on his channel that he'll intentionally lose matches in order to get down to the lowest rank. However, in my eyes, he's not doing this for just to, like, he'll start auto-losing games just to beat up on lower-level players, because that's not what he's doing. He's starting at the lowest level and then doing his best to win every single game so he can rank up to the level that he actually is at. He's a grandmaster. Obviously, he can get there pretty quickly. But the point of his channel, or his challenges, I should say, are to show that even stupid-ass strategies can win if you're just a good enough player. That's the thing that people don't seem to realize. Some people will copy his builds outright, and then they'll be like, hey, I didn't win. He's just lying to me, and now he's just dunking on these noobs. And it's like, no. He has really good control, and he's playing at his best. It's not like Winter StarCraft's low APM challenge, where he limited how many actions he could do at a time in order to win. That series, actually, I thought was really, really good. For me, at least as a Terran player, when I watched as far as he got, I thought that, hey, it makes me inspired that I don't even need to be the quickest player to win. I just need to use my actions efficiently. So overall, I think that uThermal's in the right. I think he's doing everything just fine. I don't think it's a real big issue. I've watched some videos of people already talking about it, and there's that debate that, oh, but shouldn't you just play at your rank? I don't know. As content creators, we typically have to make certain sacrifices in order to get things to be presented in a correct way. For example, I got a green screen in order to make the background a little more interesting. If I wanted to, I could have just had my room behind me, but I don't really want to. I want to be able to change my background as needed. As you can see, in 2023, we have this background, the StarCraft 1 like meeting room background, which I think is super cool. I mean, heck, if I turn, you can see the computer in the back there. So that's super fun. And I think he's good to go in my books. Personally, it's not even really smurfing because he's still being himself. Like, it'd be different, right, if he was like getting up to a certain rank and then intentionally losing again just to stay in a lower bracket. That, I think, would be a bad version of smurfing because you're just dunking on people who aren't really deserving of it. But the fact that he'll intentionally lose to go down to bronze, then immediately does everything he can to get out as soon as he can, I think, to me, that shows that he's at least trying his very best. And if StarCraft has a good matchmaking system, which it typically does, it'll easily push him out, And think about how many games of StarCraft you should be playing, right, to be trying to improve yourself. People tend to say roughly about 30 to 50 games a day. if he goes through like 4 games and with 4 different people, it's really not going to be hurting anything. I honestly don't think it's a big issue. It's not like in CS:GO where when you Smurf, you're like ranked with different people, and then because of how much of a pain it is to rank up in CS:GO, it's really setting people back. In StarCraft, I mean, we get new seasons. Heck, if you're not even happy with the league you get placed in, you can leave that league and replace. It's really easy. It's really easy. So I don't know. I think I'm okay with it. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I know smurfing's kind of a weird situation, but I think in this instance, in this case, I think that uThermal is good to go in my book. I'm honestly not worried about it at all. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. As always, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. Take care, everyone.